Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not subbed to me by now? My content is fire, from stop motions, news videos, reviews, music occasionally. All my social media accounts are linked down below, and now, let's get straight to it. What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So, as you can tell by the title, I just wanted to rank who I'm most excited for in Wave 1 of Studio Series 2024. The most I'm excited to see and how they came out from Hasbro. So it's 7 figures in the wave. It consists of Core Class, Mohawk, Core Rumble, Deluxe ROTB Wheeljack, Deluxe ROTB Scorponok, Voyager 86 Scrap Heap, Voyager War for Cybertron Game Starscream, and Leader Bumblebee Movie Megatron. So out of these 7 figures, I'm going to be ranking them from ones that I'm least excited for to ones that I am most excited for. And the first one on the list, coming in at number 7, I think most of you guys can guess who this is going to be. Scrap Heap. Because it's just another Junkion that's a repaint / remold of the Junkions that we've been getting for the past couple years. It doesn't look bad. He's okay, but definitely not something I'm too excited about, or something that I probably won't even be getting ever. So, and then coming in at number 6, ROTB Wheeljack. I'm just not too big of a fan of the character and the design. I don't really care too much about Rise of the Beast Wheeljack, or Pablo, as us fans love to call him for memes. So, but I'm sure the figure might turn out okay, and I am still curious to see it, even though I don't really care about it too much. And coming in at number 5, Rise of the Beast Scorponok. Now, there's a lot of different things they could do with this figure. A lot of different concept arts floating around for the potential robot modes for the Scorponok drones that didn't make it into the final cut of Rise of the Beast. They could go a ton of different routes with how they want to handle this robot mode, since it's based on concept art and not how it actually appeared in the movie, because, well, we never actually saw the robot mode in the movie. I personally hope it's like that crouched over slender look from the concept art. That would be kind of cool. But if it's one of the more bigger, beefy chonk ones, I wouldn't mind that either. But yeah, I'm just a little bit curious about how that robot mode's going to turn out. And coming in at number 4, we have War for Cybertron Starscream. This is going to be a Voyager Class, so there's going to be a little bit more wiggle room in the budget than what we got about 12 years ago with the original Thrilling 30 Deluxe Class. So I hope they fix some of those things that were missing on that figure. They fixed the big hollow gap in the midsection that was on that original Deluxe. But I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to handle this figure, because Gamer Edition, if you guys couldn't tell by now, Gamer Edition has been very up and down in terms of figure quality. Cliffjumper and Bumblebee, those look terrible. Megatron is mediocre at best. Optimus Prime has been the only decent one, and he even has some problems of his own. And don't even get me started on that Barricade figure. So I just hope Starscream comes out good. But yeah, coming at number 4 is War for Cybertron Starscream. And number 3, Core Class Rumble. Now we have no idea what Rumble this is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be an 86 movie Rumble reissue, or if it's going to be based off of concept art from the Bumblebee movie. I'm thinking it's going to be based off of concept art for the Bumblebee movie. But again, we have no idea, no confirmation from any sources or credible leakers like JT Prime on TFW. If I were to guess, I think it's going to be Bumblebee movie Rumble, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just an 86 movie Rumble repack or reissue, because it is a little bit hard to find that Rumble right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if Hasbro planned ahead of time to re-release Rumble in one of the next up waves, because they already knew that it was going to sell well. But yeah, number 3, Rumble. Down to the final 2 bots here. Coming in at number 2, I got my boy Core Class Mohawk from the Last Night movie. Now, if you guys have been watching me and the channel for a while, y'all know me. I am not the biggest fan of The Last Night. I think it is the worst live-action Transformers movie we have gotten. But that's a topic for another video, because, boy, is there a lot to talk about with that. But in terms of Mohawk as a design and a character, we have been begging for a Mohawk figure for over 5 years now, like 6 going on 7 years now. We didn't get it in the original Last Night toy line. We haven't gotten it in Studio Series until now, next year in 2024. So I'm just really excited that we're finally getting more characters from that ragtag team of Decepticons at the beginning of the movie that obviously got killed off very quickly and very stupid in my opinion. But in terms of the character and design, the little bit that we got of Mohawk, he was pretty cool. I did like him, and I'm really curious to see how small he's going to be. He's probably going to be about, Rise of the Beast Core Class RC size, since he's a motorcycle as well. But in terms of the engineering and how they're going to pull off that sort of gangly humanoid robot mode of his in the CG render is really going to be interesting. I just hope it's at least decent and somewhat accurate to the movie, way more accurate than what we got with Core Class Rise of the Beast RC. My fingers are crossed. I am praying to the figure gods right now. I hope Mohawk turns out really nice in robot mode, considering we've been waiting for this figure over 6-7 years now, since Last Night came out and since we had that Premiere Edition toy line back in 2017. By the way, we still need Onslaught and Dreadbot, so come on Hasbro, make them. And I'm sure by now you could guess my number one pick. Bumblebee movie, Leader Class Megatron is number one. And I'm sure it's number one on the list for most people watching this video in the fandom. Because, wow, we are finally getting live action G1 Bumblebee concept art Megatron in Studio Series. Like, this is probably the first concept art character we're getting outside of that, staction figure, I guess you could call it, of Steeljaw that came with Leadfoot, because he obviously didn't appear in Dark of the Moon. He was just a concept art character. But in terms of an actual figure that you could transform and pose around, released in the mainline for Studio Series, this is the first, and pretty good pick, but it is a pretty safe pick if you ask me. I mean, it's just basically another G1 Megatron put into the mainline, but it just has some extra greebly details all over him to make it more so a movie design and more in line with the War for Cybertron game designs and the other Bumblebee movie Cybertron figures that we've been getting for the past year and a half. But you put that aside and you think about the size of this Leader Class Megatron and just how cool the design looks from what we've known and from what we've seen, leaked test shots of this figure, images of the Rise of the Beast package art from that Smash Changer figure from a few months ago. This could be probably the best Generations mainline Megatron figure ever released, because y'all know me, if you've been watching me on this channel for a while now, I'm not a fan of any of the G1 Generations Megatron figures. The closest one that I think is pretty cool is the Classics Megatron from 2006. Siege and Earthrise are absolutely terrible in terms of proportions, transformation, articulation, overall look of the figure. His height is way too short. I believe he's a little bit shorter than Earthrise Optimus, which is absolute blasphemy and freaking ridiculous if you ask me. But this figure has a Leader Class in his scale in terms of the Bumblebee movie, what we saw in the concept art. He is supposed to tower over Optimus. So if you put that guy with your other Cybertronian characters, doesn't matter if it's movie or, video game or cartoon based, because to be honest with you, those movie designs from the Bumblebee Cybertron scene can fit in with basically anything in your Transformers collection. So if you have that as your main, I guess you could say G1 or just plain Cybertron Megatron in general in your collection, that could work. That would be absolutely freaking perfect, and that's the main reason why I'm hyped for this figure, because it's probably going to be at least another year or two before we get a new updated classic G1 Megatron in the Leader Class scale, possibly in either the 86 subline or in the regular Generations mainline. So I think this is going to be the best option and probably one of the best ever to get for your Generations collection as a mainline Hasbro Megatron figure. But yeah, guys, those are my figures figures ranked for Wave 1 of Studio Series 2024 in terms of how excited I am to see these figures and potentially buy them, because these will be revealed either tomorrow or Saturday. I know there's going to be MCM London, which Hasbro will be showing these figures off, and there's going to be a Pulse stream tomorrow, so I don't know when they're gonna drop first in terms of the reveals. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at the live stream, and then they're going to be doing the in-hand stuff at MCM London. That's my guess, but I just figured I'd drop this video before they get revealed, like right before they do. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of my ranking of Wave 1 Studio Series? What is your ranking for this wave? Who are you most excited to see out of these 7 figures? All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if y'all want to message me about business inquiries or whatever, or if you guys want to commission a diorama from me. Yeah, excuse me, sorry. Because I make dioramas for people for their toy photography, stop motions, and just general shelf displays at home. You could either DM me on any of my social media accounts, or you could email me, which is also down below, and we could work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!